Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Denise Vargas. I am here in Transwest, located in Frederick, Colorado, in trailer sales. También hablo español para los que ocupen ayuda con español. Aquí también estoy a sus servicios. Behind me here we have this 2026 Cimarron Warmblood model. We're working off of a gooseneck here. So we're gonna bring up our drawings so we can take a look at our drawings and then we'll go from there. So this trailer, you're looking at 7'7" height, 6'10" width. You're looking at 15'3" floor length and 8'2" on the gooseneck on this trailer. So it is not that long of a trailer, but it's also not that short of a trailer. We'll work our way into the tack room first, and then we'll go kind of around the trailer. So we'll start here with our door. So as you guys can kind of tell, there's kind of like your brush box, your spray box, whatever you guys really want to put in here. There are some holes located in the bottom, so they will drain out if anything happens to spill in here. And then looking towards the top of the trailer, we're looking at just a standard bus window. So if you guys needed to open a window in here, air out saddles, etc., you guys have that bus window up there. So, and then standard on any of our Cimarrons, we're gonna have this step to go into your tack room, which is actually pretty nice because this is kind of a taller trailer. I mean, it's above my knees. I'm pretty short, and this is above my knees, so it's kind of difficult to get in there without the step. And also your running board is about knee height to me, so this is kind of nice to just be able to go into it. You guys do have this on this trailer. So we'll take a look inside of our tack room. We'll start with our flooring. So as you guys can see, we just have black rubber mats in here. So it's one whole piece going through the whole entire floor of this trailer. And then we'll work our way up to the nose area. It's fully carpeted, all the nose as well as the wall that goes up into the nose. As you guys can see down here, we're looking at 2 bus windows off of each end of the trailer. So driver side, passenger side, we'll have those 2 bus windows, more airflow into the tack room area. Up top here, we also do have like that clothe rod up here. So if you guys are out in the trails, whichever ways you guys take your horses, if you guys are out living wherever it's really rainy, really cold, and you guys need to hook up your jackets, it's pretty nice to have that up there so you guys don't have them just rolling around into the actual nose area as well as the floor. It's not nice to come in here and have stuff laying on the ground. So we'll work our way to this end. So as you guys can see, we do have the blanket rod and the saddles pads. So this guy on here, it's a recessed post. So what meaning your post is not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna move like outwards or anything like that. It's recessed, but you guys can take these off, add more, or stay with just, if you guys are just moving one horse at a time, you guys can just have one of these and one of these, or you guys can leave it as is. You would just unscrew these guys, and then you guys see that little hole that hangs up at the top, you just pull it out that way. So it's pretty easy to get stuff in as well as get things out of the actual post itself. So we'll work our way into this wall of the tack. So as you guys can tell, we do have carpet behind on this, guys. This is where your bridle hooks are hanging. So you'll have 6 bridle hooks right here, and you'll have the carpet. The carpet just kind of minimizes the noise to go into the actual stall area for your horses over there. You'll see the same thing on that side. So you'll have another carpet behind that wall, another 6 bridle hooks on there. Again, just for the noise, so there's not as much noise that gets into the actual stall area. In the middle, kind of where the 2 meet, you are looking at another bus window. So kind of be able to look into your horses, into the stall area as you're standing inside of the tack room. And same will go in for the stall area. You can look into the tack room if needed that way. We'll look on top. You guys do have that LED type light. So you guys have that light up there, and to work that light, you do have your light switch. So you flick it off, you flick it on. Inside the tack room, that will be the only light you'll have, but it is a pretty bright light. It's an LED, so you don't really need much more than that. So we'll work our way outside of the actual trailer itself. So we'll start with this. So we do have an access door on both ends of this, on both sides of this trailer. So you guys have your butterfly latch. You can lock this guy if you wanted to. You can also lock the latch on the top if needed. You're working with a drop down as well as bus window on this one over here. So you'll have just that standard drop down for this guy. Coming down this side, you also have that bus window that works off of both ends. We'll show you the other side on this one. It's just that standard longer one, since it is the width of the actual, or the length of the actual side where your horse is at. You just have the access to that bus window on this side. And then you do have those two tie hooks on this side. You will also have that 16-inch awning type light. So you have more light on the exterior of your trailer. Looking towards this side, we're also gonna take a look at our tires. So you're working on 16-inch aluminum tires and two 52,000-pound Dexter Torflex axles. So you do have that standard. It is a little bit of an upgrade because you guys don't get just the aluminum. You're looking at just like that black rims on this one, which is pretty nice. Gives it a little bit of a better look to the actual trailer itself. So let's work our way to the actual start area. As you guys can see, we're looking at a ramp to go into the trailer, into this stall. We're looking at a straight load on this one. So it's a 2-horse straight load going into the actual stalls. So we'll take a look at this. You'll have chest and butt bars on both sides. On this side, you're looking at a 49-inch length on this one. So what that just means is you guys are looking to have a little bit more height as far as where your horse's butt will sit, essentially, because if you guys can tell, you're looking at a ramp. You also have those two Dutch windows that are going to close off into here. So it's sitting just a little bit on top of it. So if you guys are concerned that your horses might push their butt too far onto this guy and it'll slowly push the ramp, open it, etc., it's sitting a little bit higher now, which means the possibility of that happening is almost slim to none. So it's really nice to have this on here. And then whenever you guys are going to unload, you have your little latch here. You just turn it out and flip this guy out that way. So as you guys can tell, we're looking at just one full divider, solid, but you do have the airflow on the top. It's padded on your sides, so you'll have this on both sides of them. So if they're leaning from side to side, they're not going to hurt themselves on this. As far as that goes, you're also looking at kick mats around the entire inside area of this trailer. And as we spoke on the outside, this is the bus windows. You'll also have those jail bars. This won't move, so your horse does not have access to actually slip his or her head outside of that. And then we'll talk about the chest bar on here. So this one is 46 off of the ground. So it sits a little bit higher on their chest, which is really nice because Warmbloods, we're looking at a lot bigger horses than just a standard. So it's kind of nice to have their chest sitting kind of on this one rather than a little bit lower, almost reaching towards their actual legs. So this one will be 46. That one over there is going to be 49. And the only way to take this one out is going to be a little bit different than that one, because this one will lock right here. So you flip your lock upwards to be able to get this out. And then same will apply whenever you're going to get it in. You just flip it upwards and you'll go that way the same. So this is locked, this is open. So whenever you have it in, make sure this latch is out, so your horse, if he's playing with it, there's no way this is going to budge and open for him to be able to have access to this end. So as we can see right here, we're looking also at two D-rings. You'll have those two. You'll have one on this side and you'll also have one on this side. So you can put a feed bag up on this top area, so they can, whichever way you guys like. If you guys put feed in here, if you guys put hay, etc., you'll have those 4 D-rings. You can attach their feed bags onto here. You're also looking at another kind of safety feature here, Cimarron and their safety, which is really good. You're looking at kind of a lock that goes into this access door that we were speaking about. You can also lock it, so you'll be able to lock it from the inside. You can also lock it from the outside. So this is kind of just a little bit more safety, rather than saying, oh, well, we're gonna leave this open, and if your horse happens to somehow get this open, he might have access to wiggle on this one and be able to get it out. So it's really nice to have that as well on there. So we'll talk a little bit on this. So you guys also have this kind of like half partition wall almost. It's kind of nice because you can unlatch it on this side, and this will turn whichever way you guys want it to. This is another like safety for it. If you guys happen to forget to latch that one, this latches, so there's no way this is gonna budge either way. So this is the way you unlock it. You turn it outwards or you turn it inwards, and it'll go both ways of the trailer, whichever horse you're wanting to kind of lock into the actual stall. And then you just do the same thing to unlock it to the top, and we'll make sure that one is latched on there too. So you guys can, if you wanted to, make this whole top area into just one big stall. So we'll go ahead and get this wall open. So these are your latches. So you're looking at just like that standard little latch. The door will swing this way, so it'll, if you're standing here, you might want to push it towards in the middle. So you might want to stand in the middle and push it out this way, because the door will automatically want to push outwards. So you'll just push in, and then you can latch whichever side you guys really want to latch. And you just make sure that all your latches are hooked. So again, there's kind of like a little zigzag pattern. That latch will go towards that. Kind of want to get force to put into there, and then it'll just hook on to the actual rubber that's sitting on the bottom. So there's a little hole that latch will go into, and then you guys can hook it on to the actual flooring on there. You have that one on top here, which is where the other side would as well, and you'll have your top ones. So we'll go into here. As you guys can tell, it is pretty spacey in here. So you do have like one full, truly full stall area where there's not really a divider in here. There's not really nothing. This is kind of pinned to the wall, so it doesn't get in the way of anything. You guys also will have that same light type that you guys have in the tack room. You'll have one on each side of the trailer. So 2 straight, you'll have one on each. This is also the hook where you guys would hook your horse onto. So it's sitting a little bit higher on these trailers as well. This is the bus window we were speaking about when we were inside that tack room. You can look into the tack room, from the tack room into the stall. And then we'll look at our roof. So as you guys can tell, we do have 2 roof vents. So they'll push in, they'll push out, they'll flow air into here, and they'll also flow air out, whichever way you guys wanted to put that, you guys 100% could. And we'll talk about our flooring as well. So our flooring, we're looking at rubber mats, and then standard on any Cimarron trailer, you guys do have that V-type flooring. So it's a V every 4 inches, so you can almost assure your horse is never going to be sitting on something that is almost empty, hollow space down there. So it's very secure flooring. It's a V every 4 inches. Your horse's hoof, either if it's not on one, it might be on 2 of them, but either ways, it's every 4 inches, so he'll be secure regardless of that. We're also looking at a lined and insulated roof. Cimarron is really good about their roofs. These guys, I mean, you're not going to see any hail damage. It's very rare you'll see anything like that on these trailers, which is really nice. I mean, for what you're getting, it's a pretty good trailer. We'll work our way out on here. So your ramp is actually going to be spring activated, which is actually really nice because these things can be really heavy and I'm not that strong. So even myself, I can push this, close, shut it, and then we'll open these windows on here and we'll shut them going like that. The other one will come and it'll do the same exact thing. We are looking at those bus windows on these guys, so you can actually open the airflow, or if you guys really wanted to, you can ride with the window completely to the side of your trailer. That window is not going to go anywhere. You 100% could ride like that if you wanted to. We're looking at that butterfly latch. So with your butterfly latch, you guys can lock these guys. So it'll have a lot more protection, peace of mind basically, so you guys know that this guy is not gonna just come undone whenever you're rolling down the road, which is really nice. And then we're also gonna take a look at our brake lights. So our brake lights have this like white X on them. This is your backup light. So you guys will get a lot more visibility if you guys are parking this trailer late at night. If you guys are out, it gets too late, you guys are afraid you might not be able to see. You guys do have that backup light, which is really nice because you guys get more access to see the end of your actual trailer. We have a load light up at the very top, so if you guys are loading super late at night as well and it's super dark, that light will definitely come in handy when it comes to those type of situations. So we'll work our way to this end. You're looking at that same window. This guy will do the same exact thing. It'll come around and you'll just latch it on this one the same exact way we did to the other one. Again, you can also lock it. These guys will be the butterfly latch to your actual ramp. So you also get that peace of mind that your ramp is not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna come undone, whatever the case may be. You guys do have that extra safety feature on there as well. So we'll work our way down this way. Same as the other side, we do have that awning light on the top as well. You get visibility on this end of the trailer. You guys also do have your 2 tie hooks. So if you guys have any friends, if you're at a show and you're taking this trailer to a show and some of your friends come around and they're in their horse, you guys can also attach them to this end of the trailer. You see that large bus window that we saw on the other side as well. And then this right here is just that hardware to those windows that we saw that attached to the end of the ramp over there. We spoke on the tires. Now I want to speak on this. So this is your access door to get into the stall area if you guys needed to, which is really nice because I'm coming in here and let's say you guys do use your feed bags, you guys put feed in here for your horses. It's really nice to not have to, you know, take them, unload them, and then put it into the actual trailer and then load your horse back onto here. You can just crack open this door and throw in their hay, throw in feed, etc., whatever you guys put. It's really nice that way. This door, if you guys wanted to leave your horses loaded into the trailer and you just wanted them to have a little bit more airflow, the door does latch. So this door is not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna swing. You're perfectly fine leaving it open as well. So we'll show you guys what it looks like shut. So again, we're talking on that butterfly latch. You guys can lock that if you guys wanted to. You guys also have your standard latch on here. And as I spoke on the window, this window is a drop down window. So you guys can ride with this window down. It socks into the pocket over here, so it's not gonna go anywhere. And if you guys wanted to ride with it up, you guys 100% can. Your gel bars are there. The way to work your gel bars, you just kind of pull it. There's some hardware there and you guys just go outwards. You can ride with both of them down if you wanted to. You can ride with your gel bars up, or you can just ride with your bus window open. It's really up to you guys. Whenever you shut these, make sure you just give them a little tug so that doesn't come flying back at you, because they are pretty heavy windows. And it's really nice to have those because, again, you're rolling down the road, you don't want to leave the back open, but you want to give them a little bit more airflow. That's a good alternative to that guy. So we'll go into the front end of our trailer. We'll work our way up down here. So we're looking at a hydraulic jack system. So what that means is you're just gonna have your hydraulic, you'll have your push buttons on this side, so it'll make your trailer go up and down. That's how you work this guy. If in case of an emergency and this does not work for you guys, you do have that manual override. So here's your lever. You guys would attach it right here and you would just start cranking. That's the way to get it up, same way to get it down. And we also have our battery box. So this is our battery box on this trailer. So you have one 12-volt battery on here. You guys have your battery disconnect. So what the battery disconnect is, whenever you guys are gonna hook up your trailer and you're getting about ready to leave, anything like that, make sure you turn on your battery disconnect. That's what's gonna work this. It's gonna work your jack. That's what's gonna also work any of the lights in here. That's what's gonna work basically any function that your trailer has that has to do with power. That's what that battery disconnect is for. And it's really nice to have it, because if you guys stop, you parked your trailer, you guys are done for the night, I 100% would recommend you guys go and shut that battery disconnect off, so you can almost assure you're not going to wake up in the morning, move your trailer, and your battery is not going to be dead. If you happen to leave a light on in there and you just totally forgot, your battery will not be dead that way. We're also looking at our RedArc system. So it's just what tells where battery is coming from. So it's starting to become standard. This trailer will have that guy. It just tells us if there's battery failing from the pickup to the trailer, if the trailer's the issue, kind of those little things. So it's kind of nice to have that in there. So it tells you just a little bit more information on that guy. You guys can also lock that. So if you guys want to lock it, you 100% can lock it. We're also looking at a full-size spare tire. So the same exact tires that are on this trailer is going to be this same exact spare tire that you guys will get. And then we do have our 7-plug. It's connected to our little power box that gives us power to the trailer, so we can show you guys. But we do have that 7-plug on here. You guys are looking at your 2 safety chains. Whenever you guys use the trailer, please connect your safety chains to your pickup. We're also looking at an adjustable coupler, so if you guys needed to lower it, you needed to lift it higher, you 100% can. Same way, there's your hardware. You guys also, this is the coupler that would adjust to your actual hitch on that trailer. And we'll look at the top. So this trailer at the top, you have a polished stainless steel nose. So it's not just that standard white, which is kind of nice. Gives it a little bit more of a look to the trailer. It just brings it more to life, which I really actually enjoy on this guy. It just looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, of course. And like I mentioned, you guys, this is a 2026 Cimarron Norstar Warmblood. It's a 2-horse gooseneck. We're looking at a straight load on this one. And as I said, you guys, my name is Denise Vargas. If you guys have any more questions on this trailer, on any trailer on our lot, we can also do custom orders if you guys are looking to go that route. This is my cell phone number. You guys can give me a call, shoot me a text anytime. This is the office number, and you guys are also looking at my email. So if you guys have any further questions, please let me know on that. También, como les estaba diciendo, hablo español, así que si ustedes tienen cualquier pregunta, ya sea en esta traila, en cualquier otra traila que tenemos aquí nosotros en nuestro negocio, por favor déjenme saber. También les podemos hacer una traila a su gusto, exactamente como ustedes la quieran. So, si ustedes tienen alguna otra pregunta, aquí está mi número de teléfono. Ustedes me pueden marcar, me pueden mandar mensaje. Aquí también está el número de la oficina y están viendo mi correo electrónico. Así que por cualquier duda, cualquier pregunta, por favor marquen, mándenme un mensaje. And again, you guys, we'll see you guys same time next week.